In my 50s, like, he used to work at it. Got to flirt a little bit, rub a little bit more. Ouch. Okay. All right. I ain't touching that one. Hello, roommates. I'm Dr. Simone, and let me tell you, today's guest is nothing short of spectacular. She's a multi-talented powerhouse, comedian, author, actress, and is the shining star of the Ms.Pat show. Buckle up, because we're about to get real. Now today, we'll be answering some burning questions sent in by our roommates to help them with their questions about VMS and menopause and all that comes with it. My first question, Ms.Pat, is from Alicia. Hi, Ms.Pat. I've been married to my husband for 20 years. I'm 44 and deep into perimenopause. My sex drive has vanished, and I'm trying to make my husband understand that it isn't his fault. Do you have any advice?
Just a little bit. Tell your husband right now it's not a good time. It's hot like coffee.
Right.
He gonna have to wait till things cool down.
So Alicia, what I would say is just letting your husband know that your ovaries, they're not producing the same amount of estrogen as they used to. They're not producing the same amount of testosterone that you used to. Testosterone is responsible for your sex drive. The estrogen is helping you with vaginal moisture and feeling lubricated. And now that those hormones are dwindling down, you're not gonna feel like having sex as often as you used to. And he's going to have to flirt and work harder at even getting you to think about having sex. Okay, this question is from Christine. I'm one of the few women in our company and the only woman over 40. I'm experiencing all the symptoms at a 10 level: anxiety, hair loss, weight gain, terrible insomnia, and severe hot flashes. It feels like this big secret that I have to hide, especially around my 20 and 30-year-old male coworkers.
You don't have to be ashamed of what you're going through. As women, we have to remember that men have moms, sisters, grandmothers. They have heard the word hot flash before. So it's okay to be in that male-dominant world and have a hot flash. I have it all the time. Even when I'm on stage and I just step back and I say, look, give me a minute, y'all. I'm burning up. They'll probably go get you some water.
Our next question is from Aaliyah. Hi, Dr. Simone. Any advice on how I can manage hot flashes and night sweats naturally? I am really struggling. Well, first of all, let's talk about why women get hot flashes in the first place. Your ovaries stop making estrogen, and it makes your hypothalamus in your brain more sensitive to body changes. Now you looking at me like, what in the world is a hypothalamus?
I can barely pronounce the word.
Right. The hypothalamus is basically like the control center in the brain. And in order to deal with hot flashes and night sweats, what I generally tell my patients is 4 things that you want to incorporate into your daily living. You want to make sure to cut down on complex carbohydrates like sweets, pasta, bread, rice, cut down on caffeine, caffeinated beverages, and cut down on alcoholic beverages, because those things in your daily living and diet aggravate or make hot flashes worse. So I just try to encourage my patient to do lifestyle modifications. This question is from Sophia. Hi, Dr. Simone and Ms.Pat. I'm curious if you have any advice on how to best deal with doctors and how to advocate for yourself during this time. I went to my doctor thinking it could be perimenopause, but was told my blood test indicated it isn't, and instead gave me antidepressants. Should I get another opinion?
Yes, you should, because that happened to me. When I was having hot flashes, like in my, probably about 44, and I was talking to my girlfriend who went through menopause about 36.
Yeah.
And so she was making me familiar with the issues that I was going through. So she was like, I think you're going through menopause. I go to this male doctor and he was like, oh, you're too young. You don't need to be tested. And I'm like, I need you to test me for menopause. You too young. And I'm like, okay. So I waited a year and I went back. Now I'm 45 and he still wouldn't test me. So I went to another doctor and they test me. And that's how I found out I was premenopausal. So when they don't want to listen to you, you should always go to another doctor to get another opinion.
So the thing though that I think needs to be understood and clarified, just because the lab values don't show that you're in the perimenopause or around the menopause doesn't mean you're not having perimenopausal symptoms.
I only go to female doctors because if you're talking to a man,
I
other than this, they don't really understand nothing else.
A woman advocating for herself and recommending a female doctor is a win-win for me.
For me, I definitely feel like I'm much smarter than I was 20 years ago. Child, I was in jail, so I know I'm smarter.
Right. Way smarter.
I am a grown woman. Yeah. I just hit over 50, so I'm in a whole new era of my life, which happen to be VMS and menopause and all the other things that grown women go through. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just say, hey, it's just another stamp on your back to say that you're a grown woman.
You are incredible, Ms. Pat. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Simone. You are incredible too.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to drop those comments down below. For more Hot and Bothered, make sure to subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel right here.